Today, we are building an 80s style shred machine, so stick around. Hey everybody, it is Aaron at Warmoth, and as you go through life, or at least as I've gone through life, you'll be going along and every now and then you'll hit a milepost that'll kind of reaffirm for you that you are headed in the right direction or that you are where you need to be. And I recently had an experience like that, and it was when the CEO of Warmoth came to me and she said, we are going to be building an 80s style shred machine for an upcoming video. And I said, oh, are we releasing a new product? Are we running a special on something? And she says, no, we're just doing it because it's fun and cool. And at that moment I was just like, I'm working for the right company. And these are the parts for that 80s style shred machine. And if you were around back in the 70s or 80s, you may remember a time when brass was like the thing. The guitar world is just like everything else where things can be cyclical and they can rise and fall out of favor. During the late part of the 70s and part of the 80s, it was like brass was everywhere. Well, this shred machine is going to be one such instrument. You can see, looking at the neck, that I already have some tuners with brass tuning buttons on them. It has a brass nut. You can see that I've got brass saddles on the bridge here, and I've got brass strap buttons, a brass neck plate with screws. I've got brass knobs. I even have a brass tremolo cover. And the pickup I'm going to be using in this is, no, not a JB. In keeping with the shred motif, I'm going to be using a Seymour Duncan full shred trembucker. And when she asked me what color I wanted to paint it, I said, oh man, it's got to be Charger green. So we've got a Charger green body with a matching Charger green headstock. I'm really excited to get this thing together, see all that brass in its amazing 70s/80s glory, and most of all, hear what it sounds like. So let's go. And there you have it, the Charger Green 80s style guitar of Brass Madness. I will run down the brass parts really quick. We have brass saddles, a brass knob, we have brass tuning buttons, we have a brass nut, we have brass strap buttons, we have a brass neck plate, and we even have a brass trim cavity cover. There is a lot of brass on this thing. The only one of these brass parts that we actually sell is the brass nut. We don't sell them installed on necks, but we do sell brass nut blanks. All the rest of these parts are aftermarket parts that we bought just to build this guitar. And you might be asking yourself, why is Aaron showing me all this stuff that Warmoth doesn't even sell? And honestly, the truth is, we just like to build guitars here. We have fun building guitars just like our customers do. And our customers use our parts to go off-roading and build things that we don't sell all the time. You know, they'll buy our parts and then they'll buy their own strap buttons or their own whatever, their own bridges. Sometimes they'll buy body blanks and just cut their own shape, or paddle head necks and cut their own headstock shapes. And we have just as much fun as our customers do building guitars. And so we just did this one for fun. And that is the Charger Green 80s style guitar of Brass Madness. I hope you enjoyed that. If you want to know more about Charger Green, if you want to know more about our Strat replacement bodies, our Warhead necks, or any of the other stuff Warmoth sells, go to our website. The answers are there. If you still have questions, give our customer service reps a call. And until next time, keep on picking.